given that since you did touch upon some of these high beta and high PE counters, Gautam, 2024 has been a great year from some of these platform companies. I'm not sure whether you track these companies very closely, but just on the technical front, do you believe that now is the time to maybe start looking into some of these high beta names, case in point being Zomato, Paytm, even for a matter PB Fintech, or even say Dixon? What's your take on these companies? Any stock that looks very interesting to you at this point?
See, there are landmines everywhere and you need to be very careful. We've seen so many of these platform companies correct so much in the last 5 months that sometimes you want to give up on the fundamentals when you see the price action. Yes, there is no doubt that some of these new age platform companies will do very well from a 3 to 5 year perspective. And I think Zomato and Cartrade have been on top of our list, and possibly a Nazara Tech, which I think is very, very interesting at today's prices. But aside of these three, I would be a little wary, because I think after the correction of the last 5 months, many value stocks offer much better risk reward and margin of safety. So why would I be adventurous in getting into some of these platform companies where the entire data or the earnings is on the Excel sheet and you might not see it, given all that's happening in the country right now and the slowdown and whether the pickup at all is going to happen in the next couple of quarters, we do not know. So key point is risk reward not in your favor, but don't ignore them. I think there are couple of names I gave you, which I think can stand out.
Gautam, also what happens to, some of the more resilient names in this market fall? And I'm going to get specific here. You can choose to not talk about it or give us a sectoral overview. Some of the hotel stocks, for instance, aviation is one of those core portfolio themes. Look at within telecom, a name like Bharti. These are actually names which have not fallen at all in the market correction.
All of them are top quality, Aisha. I think that's the reason they have not corrected. Ask somebody who bought a Lemon Tree or many of the other hotel stocks which have corrected about 40%, and ask somebody who's been invested in Indian hotels, and you would say that there is no impact at all. In fact, Indian hotels has been a favorite for almost 4 years now. And I believe it will do much, much bigger things if somebody has a 3 to 5 year view, even from current levels. So the key message from the market is quality and reasonable valuations have survived in the last 5 months. And this is what is going to play out, because in an environment of a possible slowdown, you can't run away from it. You can't talk about liquidity and say India will keep doing well just because liquidity is in, which was the case in point last year. So I think anything that is top quality leader in the pack, whether it's an Indian hotels, an MCX, an Indigo, a Bharti, an HDFC Bank, a DLF, all industry leaders, all done very well in these last 5 months.
All right, but Gautam, before we let you go on that, just wanted to have your take on the small and mid-cap index per se, because though on the Nifty as well as Bank Nifty, you are indicating a bit of a range-bound session, or at least a one-year view is coming up on a bit of a range-bound at this point in time. But on the mid-cap and small-cap index, what are your thoughts?
Well, I think mid-cap and small-cap will outperform over the next 6 to 12 months because the damage has been very large. As I said, what could have played out over 1.5 years has played out in 5 months. Many mid-caps and small-caps are now at long-term supports. I don't see significant damage from here. The breadth readings are as bad as they were, in March 2020. So that's the kind of oversold nature this market was at maybe a couple of weeks back. So if you are into quality mid-caps, which are reasonably valued and which have visibility of earnings and which are industry leaders or industry challengers, I think there is a lot of money to be made in the entire mid-cap, small-cap basket. Large caps will stay range-bound, indices will stay range-bound, but I think it's going to be a stock-specific market between now and the end of the year.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.